Hey, what's up everybody? Just wanted to do another update on current RGBA fighters, starting with Virgil Ortiz, 15-0, 15 knockouts. He's from Grand Prairie, Texas. He's promoted by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. He was scheduled to fight Sammy Vargas March 28th at the Forum in Los Angeles. And due to the coronavirus, that show was canceled. If you want updates on Virgil Ortiz, you can follow him at Virgil Ortiz on Instagram. Carlos Licona, 15-1, 2 knockouts. He goes by the name of Mexicanito. He's staying in shape at a local gym there in Orange County. You can follow him at Mexicanito12 on Instagram. He was the WBO champion and the IBF world champion at 105. He has made the move from 108, possibly even up to 112. He's in his early 20s, so the ability to make that 105 weight has his body's drastically changed since then. So if you want to follow him on Instagram, he's at Mexicanito12. Eric De Leon, 19-0. He stays in shape year round. He is from Detroit. He is promoted by Top Rank. If you want to follow him, he's at Team De Leon 1. He fights at 130. Jose Ramirez, his fight has been canceled twice. He was originally scheduled to fight the first week in February in China versus Victor Postol, and then that was postponed to May 9th in Fresno, and that fight has now been postponed. So we'll see what's next for him. He is at JC Ramirez 2012 if you want to follow him on Instagram. He is the current unified WBO and WBC World 140 champion, super lightweight. He is from Avenal, from the Central Valley, California. Mikey Garcia, 40-1. He has 30 knockouts. Luckily he got his fight in Texas right before the coronavirus broke out in New York and San Francisco. So he got a win over Jesse Vargas. He dropped Jesse Vargas, I believe, in the 5th, and then hurt him pretty bad in the 7th. So he got the unanimous decision. And he recently had an interview with Bernie Osuna from ESPN and said he'd be back in training as of May 1st. If you want to follow him, he's at Team Mikey Garcia on Instagram. Abner Myers, 31-3-1, has made a move from Robert Garcia over to Manny Robles, and he is seeking out a fight with 135 fighter Ryan Garcia. They're going back and forth on Twitter and on social media. And he is doing a documentary series on Mares mindset along with his strength and conditioning coach Luis Garcia. You can follow Luis Garcia at Luis Garcia 33. Josecito Lopez, 37-8. He is one of the most known fighters here in the Inland Empire area from Riverside. He had a very fantastic last performance, which is going to earn him another big payday here on the PBC brand. And you can follow him at Jose Lopez on Instagram. Esquiva Falcao, 26-0. He won his last fight February 29th in Brazil. Chepe Contreras was in his corner, one of the Team RGBA trainers. You can follow him at Esquiva Falcao. He fights at 160. He's promoted by Top Rank. Saul Neno Rodriguez, 24-1-1. He headlined the show there in Irving, Texas, the night before Mikey fought Jesse Vargas. He fights at 130, possibly 135. At Team_Neno on Instagram if you want to follow him. Hector Tanajara, 19-0. He is the current WBC youth champion at 135. And he's back in the gym in Riverside. He's from San Antonio, and he's promoted by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. At Hector_Tanajara if you want to follow him. Jackson El Phoenix Mariñez, he is a fighter out of the Dominican Republic. He has a potential matchup with another undefeated fighter from the Dominican Republic. He is promoted by Upper Promotions. We'll see what's next for him. He fought on the undercard of Gervonta Tank Davis in Atlanta. And the rumor was that he was on that card primarily to be a fill-in if either Tank or Yuyurkis Gamboa failed to satisfy their side of the contract. At the_Phoenix_21 if you want to follow him on Instagram. Another fighter from the Dominican Republic, 18-1. Carlos El Caballo Bronco Adames. He is promoted by Top Rank in association with Upper Promotions. You can follow him at Caballo Bronco on Instagram. Jonathan Thunder Navarro, 17-0, 9 knockouts. He has been seen back in the gym here in Riverside and training with Nate Areola, a strength and conditioning coach. We'll see what's next for him. 17-0, 9 knockouts. He is from East LA. He signed along with Hector Tanahara and Joshua Franco back in 2015 under Golden Boy Promotions in association with Garcia Promotion, in association with Robert Garcia. Joshua El Profesor Franco, 16-1-2. He's back in the gym as well here in Riverside. He was staying in shape out there in Texas and San Antonio, but he's now here in Riverside, and he might be working with Nate as well. At one Professor Franco if you want to follow him on Instagram. Here's a picture of him and his family. On the far left is 11-0 Bam Rodriguez, Josh, their father, and 2 more siblings. Joseph Adorno, 14-0, 1 draw, 12 knockouts. He suffered a draw earlier this year. He was struggling to make weight and had a so-so performance. But he was looking to make a return here in Puerto Rico very fast after that draw, but things were postponed. So if you want to follow him, he's at Real Joseph Adorno on Instagram. We have no news on John El Terrible Balsa, 13-0, at Real John Balsa. Louie Coria, 12-2. We don't know if he's going to have that fight with Adam Blue Nose Lopez. At King Louie 416 if you want to follow him on Instagram. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, 11-0, 7 knockouts. He fought on the undercard of Mikey Garcia in Dallas. At 210 Bam if you want to follow him. He's promoted by Tekken Promotions. There you see him with Chocolatito. Brandon Bulletproof Glanton, 11-0, 9 knockouts. He's part of Team Mikey Garcia. You can follow him at Team Bulletproof. Lindolfo Delgado, 11-0 with 11 knockouts. He's training at home with his father in Linares, Nuevo León. At Lindolfo Delgado on Instagram if you want to follow him. Lindolfo and Misael El Chino Rodriguez are both promoted by Richard Schaefer's Ringstar Sports. 10-0, 5 knockouts. He lives locally here in Riverside. At Misael OTEE if you want to follow him on Instagram. Ray Danger Murataya, 9-0, 6 knockouts. He very recently got signed to Top Rank Promotions. At Ray_Murataya if you want to follow him on Instagram. He fights at 140. Robert has shared with ES News that he could potentially come down as far as 135. Ruben Rodriguez from Indio, 9-1, 3 knockouts. He had surgery this year, so he's in recovery. At Ruben NR if you want to follow him on Instagram. Genaro El Conde Gamez, a very talented fighter from San Diego, suffered his first loss last year against Luis Feliciano there in Indio. He's back training with Team RGBA there in Riverside. He's doing some strength and conditioning work along with Hector and Brian Lua with Charles Tremblay. If you want to follow him on Instagram, he's at Genaro Gamez. Alfredo Escarcega, 9-0 with 1 draw. He's from Phoenix, Arizona. If you want to follow him on Instagram, he's at ae.jr. Aaron Morales, 8-0, 3 knockouts. His last fight was September 21st here in California. At Aaron_Morales if you want to follow him on Instagram. Evan Sanchez, 7-0, has signed with Golden Boy Promotions. He's from the Central Valley RGBA. At Real Evan Sanchez if you want to follow him on Instagram. Robert Biggie Rodriguez, 7-0 with 1 draw. He suffered that first draw of his career on the night before Mikey fought Jesse Vargas there in Irving, Texas against Ramiro Martinez, a hometown favorite. At BiggieJR_ if you want to follow him on Instagram. Leo Ruiz, 7-0, fought on the undercard of Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas. At _Leo Ruiz if you want to follow him. He's a middleweight training out of Riverside. Isidro IGO Ochoa, 7-0. He is promoted by Top Rank Promotions. He's from the Central Valley RGBA. He's managed by Big Al Perez. At IGO_Ochoa. Brinan B-Fly Macias, 7-0 with 2 draws. There you see him talking with Mikey on Garcia Promotions event there in San Bernardino. He is from Goodyear, Arizona. His last fight was on the undercard of... his last fight was the night before Mikey fought Jesse Vargas there in Irving. At B_Fly301 if you want to follow him on Instagram. Alexis El Macizo Espino, 6-0. He is promoted by Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. At _Alexis Espino 1. Ivan Garcia, 5-0, 5 knockouts. He fights at Bantamweight 118. He was scheduled to fight March 28th in Stockton. That was canceled. at Ivan_Garcia if you want to follow him on Instagram. The little brother to Joseph Adorno is Magic Hands Adorno, 4-0. His fight was canceled in March as well. We'll see what's next for him at Magic Hands_Jeremy. Gerardo Garcia from Paris, California, 3-0. He's a lightweight. We'll see what's next for him at L_Coyote_Garcia. Isaac Colunga celebrated a birthday. A lot of Mikey Garcia and Robert Garcia and a lot of the team members went to visit him there in his home in Colton and celebrate with him his, I believe, his 24th birthday. At Team_Colunga if you want to follow him on Instagram. The team's record for 2020 was 12-0 with 1 draw before all this coronavirus hit. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'm Sontel Media on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram at Sontel_media. Here's a picture of the team December 13th there in Indio as Virgil Ortiz fought Brad Solomon and stopped him in the 5th round. And then here's another picture of Mikey Garcia's last fight versus Jesse Vargas there in Dallas, Texas. So like I said, I'm Sontel Media. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter and follow me. Please like and subscribe here on YouTube.